It's a new year and a new experience for freshmen.
The RHS football team gets its first taste of real competition.
And what is RDM?
All today on
On the Air. Hello, I'm Al Michael Hurd.
And I'm Braden Whited.
You may remember what it was like when you first came to RHS. While some things never change, it's still a new and exciting experience to be an RHS freshman.
We all know what it feels like to be a freshman, so we visited some of the freshmen to see what their first impression of the high school was.
I like the high school. I like it a lot better than middle school. It was kind of confusing at first, but the first day before school really helped me a lot.
And I liked the high school. My first impressions was that it was good, kind of confusing, but I like it better than middle school.
My first impression of high school was that it was really big and I didn't like it and I got lost Friday. So.
This is Lexi McPherson, back to you guys in the studio.
If you happen to notice students with new RDM shirts at RHS, what you need to know is RDM is the new KOM.
We are here with Mr. Ronnie today to discuss RDM versus KOM.
The name switched from Kickoff Mentoring to Red Devil Mentors because Kickoff Mentoring is proprietary, which means somebody owns it, and we decided not to pay for that this year, putting that money to other uses. So the council this summer came up with the new name, Red Devil Mentors. Two main differences that we want to implement. One is, instead of telling people each week what they have to do, we want to give them options as far as what they can do. So giving them a list of different ways to approach the same ideas. And fundamentally, though, the purpose is the same, which is to develop relationships that are supportive and encouraging, and then secondly, to encourage the freshmen to get involved and keep up good work. I think it's going really well. The kick-off day, the first day when the freshmen came in, everyone that I've heard from, it was structured in a way that was open, but also gave some structure, right? So everybody kind of knew what they were doing, but they could do it in the way that worked best for them. Also, I've walked around last week and just checked in on the classrooms, and I really liked what I saw. So hopefully that continues, just getting to know each other, developing kind of a community here at the high school.
It ended up being a little damp this weekend. Let's check in with Macy to see if dry weather is on the way.
Thanks, guys. I'm Macy Thornburg, and unfortunately the weather that we had last week we won't have this week. Today will be nice, but tonight and tomorrow we will see a chance of rain and storms. The chance increases greatly as the week goes on. Things will heat up as well, as we'll see. High temperatures today in the low 80s. Overnight lows won't get much below 70. Tomorrow will be much of the same with highs in the mid 80s and overnight lows into Wednesday again staying near 70. So prepare for a humid week ahead. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now that we're in our third week of school, there's lots going on, and Lexi's here to give you a rundown of all the events and activities.
Thanks, guys. There's a lot going on this week, so here's your daily announcements. Today, there's a meeting of the Creative Writing Club. If you're interested in creative writing, then stop by Miss Fulvey's room, L111, right after school today. On Wednesday, HOSA will have their first meeting this year. HOSA, or Health Occupation Students of America, is for anyone interested in a career in any medical field. They'll meet on Wednesday in Miss Hisrich's room, R174. One more club getting started is the speech team. They'll be meeting this Thursday in Mr. Ronnie's room, L113. If you're interested in any kind of speech, radio, prose, poetry, and more, then be there on Thursday. Seniors, it's time to sign up for a college visit to Ball State. Ms. Helrung in the Counseling Center will be taking up to 50 students to Ball State on Friday, September 19th. You must be a senior graduating with a Core 40 or better diploma. Since there are limited seats, don't wait. See Ms. Helrung as soon as possible to sign up. School pictures are coming up soon. Pictures will be taken on Wednesday, September 3rd. Like always, pictures will be during your English class, so make sure you look nice that day. If you want to look good for school pictures, now is the time to stop by the Red Hot Bookstore. They're having their back-to-school sale with all RHS t-shirts only $8 and hoodies only $20, and that includes their new dry wick hoodies. The bookstore has school supplies, gum, and all your RHS gear, so stop by during lunch. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Clubs, picture day, and college trips aren't all that's gearing up. RHS sports are starting up as well. For a sports report, here's Terrius Carpenter.
Cross country is one of those sports getting underway, and with a look at what their season holds, here's Justin Filipiak.
Hey, it's Justin Filipiak. Let's take a look at cross country this season.
I expect us to be a very competitive squad on the boys' side and the girls' side. I expect us to be in the top half of the North Central Conference, which, since we added up to 10 teams in the North Central Conference, we've added some strong running teams. So top half is going to be a big push, but I think we'll do well.
Definitely looking for good things out of Kinsey Martin and Tim Stroud, and even though he hasn't run cross country before, TJ Hennemeyer. Also got a promising freshman, Julian Reeves, and I think we're also going to find some surprises on this team. So even if they're not named, we might see some things pop up out of nowhere.
One thing, like right before a meet, I don't like to stretch a lot, and I always eat a Snickers before I run, like on a big meet. Oh.
Me, I like to, eat, listen to music, and stretch a little. That's really it.
Now that's a look for your cross country team this year. Back to you in the studio.
And while cross country is preparing their first meet, RHS football team finally got to hit someone other than their teammates Friday night as they scrimmaged Pendleton Heights. While the offense managed a few bright points, such as the 10-yard scoring toss by Jordan Christian to Devin Mack, it was the defense that showed they're ready to start the season. They constantly provided some pressure for the Arabians, made some bright hits as the Red Devils had a good night of the game-like action to get ready for their season opening trip to Connersville this Friday. And that's your sports.
Looks like there's lots to be excited about this year. That's all for today.
Remember, tomorrow we'll have just a short announcements only show for you as we prepare more interesting and informative segments for later in the week.
And make sure you welcome our visiting students from China. We'll have more on them later on this week on the Air.